Do you try to visualize your performance perfectly, but then that may come back to bite you when you don't perform perfectly? Hi, I'm Dr. Patrick Cohn with Peak Performance Sports at peaksports.com. In today's video, you're going to learn about how to visualize your performance prior to executing that performance, but also understand that your performance is not going to come off just as you visualized it. Here's the question that I received from Tori. Tori said, I usually try to visualize myself performing my routines perfectly. However, after reading your emails, I'm thinking that this might not be as constructive as I thought. Should I be doing this? Tori, it's a great question. The question is really all about what your visualization should contain. And more importantly, it's about you maybe not matching that specific visualization that you have. So what I tell athletes is, like for golfers, for example, or gymnasts, for example, or even basketball players, I tell them you do want to visualize a shot or a routine perfectly, but I'm going to qualify what perfect means in this situation. That means well within your ability. For example, if you're a golfer and you hit a fade and you hit it 250 yards, well, you're not going to visualize pounding a draw out there 280 yards if that's not what your capability is. So when you say perfectly, you have to visualize within yourself the routine that you're currently doing. If we're talking about a beam routine, for example, you want to visualize that just how you're able to do it in practice. But here's the big caveat. Where athletes get mixed up is they try to perform in that way. In other words, they worry that their performance didn't match that visualization. So if you visualize a perfect beam routine and then you had a slight bobble on your first pass or your second pass on the beam, and then you start to worry that it's not what you visualized, that's a problem, right? So the idea is set up the ideal scenario for your ability in terms of your visualization, but then you have to accept whatever happens on that beam routine. It's like golfers, they tend to want to visualize perfect shots, what they're capable of, and that's fine, but then they stress out that they didn't hit the shot exactly as they visualized in their mind. And the great Ben Hogan, who was one of the best ball strikers in history, he said, I only hit 3 or 4 shots just as I imagined. The rest were good misses. So that really says a lot there about what, Ben Hogan's quote. And that's how you want to approach it, is set up the ideal scenario well within your abilities, but then you have to accept whatever the outcome is or whatever that performance is, accept that you're probably not going to be perfect. Well, I can guarantee you're not going to be perfect, but you're not going to be perfect each and every routine, each and every shot, and each and every play, but you certainly do want to set that up in your mind. Thanks for the question, and good luck with your game. Hey, if you have a mental game question for us and you want us to answer it in one of our podcasts or videos, go to peaksports.com and click on Contact Us. In addition, please subscribe to our videos now so you can be notified when we post new videos with new mental game tips for you. And be certain to share them with your friends. That's how we survive, is by word of mouth and you spreading the word. Also, don't forget to watch the new video that we have suggested for you here on the left side of this video, on your right side. Thanks for watching Sessions with Doc.